Today, I am going to be delving into the #1 topic that all Loverfella players want to know. In fact, anybody who plays an economy-based server wants to know this. What is the best way to make money? And if you don't have time to watch full video, basically the short answer is there is no best method. Or not in the way you think. Anyway, watch on to hear my top tips, advice and methods, all linking to making as much money as possible on Loverfella. And just before we get started, do make sure you hit the like button down below and subscribe. It's free, it takes 5 seconds and it supports me a lot. On with the video. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about why you're playing Minecraft and this server in the first place. You're probably playing it because you enjoy it, right? If you're not having fun, then what's the point? So when you're trying to make money on the server, you should still be doing something that you enjoy. We're gonna go a bit scientific here. I've done my research, guys. I've done my research. But essentially, when you're doing something you enjoy, your brain releases dopamine. I mean, it's some sort of chemical. It's a neurotransmitter, apparently. I did my research, guys. I told you. It's associated with pleasure and reward. It's what makes you feel good when you do something you enjoy. So when you're doing something you love on the server, you're not also only having fun, but you're also getting a dopamine hit. So you're basically getting high off of making money if you're doing something that you enjoy. Sticking to the theme of doing something you enjoy, if you're doing something you love, you're more likely to actually put in the time and effort needed to be successful. If you're not enjoying what you're doing, you're not going to want to spend hours and hours doing it. Unless you're like some of those people who spend hours a day just farming like carrots or just sat there grinding mobs. Like, that's a bit boring, guys, if that's what you really enjoy. But do you really enjoy it, or do you just want to make money? And there's probably better ways to make money regardless. But if you're doing something you love, you'll be motivated to keep going. Even if you think, oh, I'm not actually making as much money, it will still be something you enjoy. Plus, when you're doing something you love, it doesn't feel like work. It's more fun, and when you're having fun, you're more likely to be creative and come up with new ideas. And so this can help you make even more money on the server. Remember, it's all about making as much money as possible whilst also having fun and getting high, apparently. But, you know. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. You'll probably be going, oh, Chef, but what if I enjoy doing something that isn't a good way to make money on the server? Sorry, I don't know why I've just put a whiny accent on for that. Yeah, but anyway, you guys might enjoy something that isn't actually that efficient for making money. And that is a good point, but you do need to make sure that what you're doing is actually making you money. But that doesn't mean you have to do something you hate. Instead, try to find a way to combine what you love with something that's profitable. For example, you know, if you love building, try building things that people will pay for. Or if you enjoy farming, you know, grab yourself some runes and just make it even more fun whilst also making a lot of money. The bottom line is, when you're doing something you enjoy, you're more likely to be successful. So don't be afraid to pursue your passions on the server. Who knows, you might just become the richest player. Baltop is currently 1.069 billion. Funny number. I bet some of you immature viewers are laughing at that. Sorry, I don't know why I'm attacking all you guys today. Ignore me, but I am telling you how to make money, alright? So you've got to listen to me. Look, I've literally got coins going around my head. That must mean I'm rich. Ignore the fact I've got 143k on the side, though. That's just because I do invest my money into skins. As you can see, we've got a nice collection. Anyways, that brings me on to my second point. Don't be afraid to experiment and take risks. There's a couple ways you can do this. The first one in being exactly how you choose to spend your time making money. Like, if you were to buy a very expensive item and try to sell it for more, it is very risky as you might end up losing money. Here are a couple good items that are good at the minute to buy. So, Frost Hearts, Valkyrie Swords, and New Year's Eve Swords. Because the highest Valkyrie Swords go for is about 90, but you can buy them for 70 mil. Frost Hearts can be bought for 100 mil and then easily sold on for 120. The New Year's Eve Swords can be bought for as low as 80 million and then sold for up to 120 million. So, like, that's like, someone help me, like 1/3 profit. Like, that's like 40 million profit that you're making just by selling an item. So, that's just some insider advice to you guys. But these prices are subject to change as the economy does change, as it does every day. More on that later. You also have to take risks when building things like big farms, you know, i.e. the villager breeding farm I showed how to build and utilize to make lots of money in a previous video. It is all part of the fun of it though. You always lose money no matter who you are. That's just how the server is. Some days you'll make lots and lots of money, and other days you might make little to no money, even lose money. You have to be willing to accept that when playing any economy server, not just Loverfella, any server, it's fundamental that you understand everything mentioned in this video. Right, so next up, I mentioned the economy. Well, you guys might know it does go up and down in real life. You know, the price of different currencies go up and down, all sorts, prices going up, cost of living crisis. You guys have probably probably heard of it all. It is really unfortunate. Well, the same thing happens on not just the Loverfella server, but any economy server. And as players, it's important to know what's going on in the economy so you can make smart moves with your in-game cash. Like, when the economy's doing well, prices go up, and when it's struggling, prices go down. And when prices goes down, that is when you've got to score some sweet deals. You have got to get some bargains. But to do that, you've got to be aware of what's going on in the economy. You've got to keep your eyes peeled for those bargains so you can keep as much of your valuable money as possible. So how can you stay on top of the economy on the Loverfella server? Best place is to join the Loverfella Discord server, alongside a couple of fan-led servers that try and keep up to date with the economy too. Don't have access to Discord? Then just keep your eye on the auction house. Go on it every day and just spend 10 minutes looking through all the items, working out a mean price for some of the more significant ones. Like, oh, if I had 5.4 mil, I'd buy that key. That's quite good. At the time of recording, that is, at the time of recording. I mention that because, as I've literally just been talking about, that will soon change. The point is, you've got to be proactive with your money. You can't just sit back and hope for the best. You have to know what's going on in the economy so you can make, again, I'm going to keep saying this, smart moves with your cash. It's a new motto. Smart moves with your cash. Come on, guys, you want to be rich. To end off, I'm just going to name a few different methods of making money, but of course you can adapt these or come up with something by yourself. So I know some people like to fish. Well, utilizing the custom enchants and collecting lost shards, exchanging them for L-Bucks, and then buying seasonal keys that you can sell. Now you might think, oh, you need so many lost shards for just a little amount of L-Bucks. Well, as your fishing MCMMO level goes up, so does the chance of getting lost shards. So, you know, you've got to put a bit of effort in, but it will pay off. On top of that, others like to go for a more hands-on approach, building all sorts of different things that they can then sell to customers who want them. And I mean, you can do that by using the Discord server as well. People are asking, oh, can you build me this base? Can you build me a casino? Not a casino. Casinos are bad. Can you build me a grinder, a sky base, a castle? Or you could also showcase your builds and be like, does anyone want to buy this? Any offers? Any offers? You could also auction flip, which is where you buy an item off the auction house, as we mentioned earlier, and then resell it for more that you bought it for. Some players love to farm with custom enchants or grind mobs, mine for runes, or treasure hunter. The possibilities are endless. So ultimately, the main message of this video can be summarized into 3 points. Stay aware of the fickle economy, don't be afraid to experiment, and do something you enjoy. Remember, these 3 tips are useful for just about any economy server, so even if you don't play Loverfella, they should still be useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.